look at freeform modeling. Just to give you a little background on CamLogic. CamLogic is the leading provider of lifecycle management solutions. We have 3D scanning, rapid prototyping technologies and services. We help companies build better products, improve their processes, reduce cost, and maximize profitability. We also provide unparalleled 3D engineering technology solutions along with services and support to ensure our clients' successes. CamLogic is a 16-year Siemens PLM solution partner. We offer the complete Siemens product portfolio, including NX, NX-CAM, Solid Edge, VMAP, Team Center. So we cover all of your Siemens needs as far as any PDM, CAD, PLM, CAE solutions you may have. We also have a complete array of 3D printing hardware and service solutions, including 3D systems, Z-Core printers. Z-Core printers are a very affordable color printer, one of the best ones on the market. We also offer 3D scanning technologies to round out our trifecta of engineering solutions, from the state-of-the-art hardware like the Roamer, Absolute Arm, Shape Grabber, Z-Scanner, cutting-edge time-saving inspection and reverse engineering software products from Geomagic and Rapidform. CamLogic is here to provide a variety of solutions to meet your business challenges. We also offer professional, high-quality in-house scanning services. All right, so today we're going to take a look at freeform modeling inside of NX. Freeform modeling, it's uniting NX's advanced freeform shape modifications along with synchronous technology. So what we're looking at here is we're taking the power of synchronous technology inside of NX, and we're taking some of the advanced shaping tools inside of NX, and it's brought together in this freeform shape product. Freeform, you're able to modify surfaces, but it also takes it a step further because you can also modify and shape solid models. So now you don't have to be a surfacing expert to get in there and modify your complex geometry. It really reduces about 80% in your workflow steps to achieve the similar results that you'd have to working with surface data. The iForm tool modifies faces, inserting and editing isoparameter curves. You're able to do this inside of solids or surfaces. You have analytic and B-surf data, boundary continuity, and you're using synchronous constraints to hold all this together. Really, this eliminates the necessary, unnecessarily deleting and rebuilding geometry, because again, you're taking that geometry and you're going to pull and modify as needed. It's really like you're getting in there and working with clay. You're going to shape and form and modify your products as needed. And we're going to dive in here a little bit and take a look at some of these tools. You got 30% improvement in shape modification workflow, and there's 5 to 10 feature reductions per shape modification using these tools. And this is the iForm tool. Now we're going to take a look at the Xform tool. It helps by adding surfaces and pulls that you can grab and pull and shape your product. Again, you have the same type of solid and surface data, your B-surf, and it's using synchronous constraints to hold it all together and help shape. Again, you're eliminating the unnecessarily delete and rebuilds of geometry, reduced features in your feature tree, and you're getting a 30% improvement in shape modification and workflow. Some of the other enhancements are the edge matching. Just taking a look at these images here, you can see the upper left. You have that parting line in there, and you can kind of see that the surfaces really aren't matching up. Well, using the Freeform tool, you're going to establish a better face symmetry. You're going to be able to apply Freeform drafts. You can fix the face-to-face areas where it's not joining up properly, and you're going to get a much smoother, much better looking product out of the software. So let's take a quick look at some of these tools that are inside of NX. Jump over here to my NX model. What you're seeing now is kind of a design for an SLR camera base. We're going to take a look at using these tools to kind of get in there and create these shapes, pull these surfaces, and modify this. And we're not going to go through and build this whole camera base up, but we're going to just take a look at some of the tools that are inside there and talk a little bit about how to use them, looking at some of the other tools we have for looking at the curvature while we're working on it and analyzing it. We're going to take a look where you can get in there and kind of study some of the faces and take a look at the product as you're building it. So I'm going to jump over here to my model. And what's nice about this is a solid model. I'll get in here and show you that, it's just an extrusion. It's a solid extrusion. No tricks, no surfaces. Just extruded up a quick block here. All right, so we're going to get in here and start to form and shape this. So some of the tools that we're going to use here, I'm going to get in and start using the Xform tool here. So I'm going to get in. First thing it's looking for me to do is to select a face. So I'm going to select this top face to stop modifying. How do I want to put these isoparameters in here so I can define this? Right now you see I have 4 lines and 4 points. Well, I want to up that a little bit. I want to add some more points so I have a little bit more control. Add, let's say add that in there. So now what I want to do is I want to pull up a section of this, this part here. Remember, again, I'm working with a solid model here. So I'm just going to come in here and include these two that are highlighted. Now I'm just going to pull and grab this. And see I've got a nice shape there. Maybe I want to take a look at the curvature while I'm working on this. So I'm going to turn on the curve tool. Okay, I want to go in there and say, okay, I want to take a look at that while I'm working on my I-form here. You know what, now I'm going to come in and modify this edge. Again, I'm just coming in and pulling it. I'm analyzing my curvature data there as I'm working with it. And I'm going to go forward and slope this forward. So now you can kind of see here that I'm working with this, and I'm not doing anything complex here. I'm just getting in and pulling and working with this data. I can define all my points, how many lines and curves I want here, and define that. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'm going to hide that curve there. So now what I want to do is I want to come in and do an I-form on this front surface here. So I'm going to go in and grab my quick tools here. I'm going to grab my I-form. I've got my horizontal or my ISO V or ISO U tool here. Got some other options that in later advanced freeform and surfacing tips and tricks I'll get into. But just really here showing the ease of use. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to grab my point, and I'm just going to pull up my face a little bit there. So now I've got some shape to this. I'm going to go ahead and add in a blend here. and define my blend. Let's see, I'm gonna go with a 12 there. You know, so you can see now that my part's really starting to come together here. I'm going to come in and add another feature, another protrusion here. So I'm going to go in. I want to define a plane here. Find that, set that up. So I'm just going to come in and start using my sketch command here. I want to come in and create an arc here. Okay, and I'm going to come up and close that off. I'll finish that sketch, but I want to define this a little more. So I'm going to come in and grab some components here. I'm going to just define a couple relationships here. I'm done with that. I'm going to kind of move this around, shape this the way I want. And again, I'm just kind of, again, free-forming it here. So just kind of getting that in place where I think I want it. I'm going to go ahead and finish. Want that to come out the front. Let's make that 50 there. Don't want to do anything with that there yet. So now I've got another feature here. So now I'm going to start, you know what, I went a little bit too far. So instead of going back and editing that, I'm actually going to go in and do a face move inside synchronous. Again, using synchronous technology, I can get in there and quickly modify and control my geometry. Okay, that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and, again, add some more shape to this. So I'm going to get in here and grab my X-Form tools. I'm going to come in and select this face, but I want to make this symmetrical. So I'm going to go in here. I say I want my symmetrical face. I'm going to create a new UCS or a CSYS. So I'm going to come in and dramatically control this. I'll put that down on that face. I'm going to drive this around to this location. Okay, that all looks great. So now I'm going to come out and see I have this symmetrical control on here. So now I have a little bit more flexibility with my design. I'm going to come in here. Actually, I'm going to pull this top curve because I want to bring that in and shape that. So again, now you can see because I set up that CSYS on there and I said I want to make it symmetrical, I'm pulling it symmetrical about that point. Okay, looking at this, I want to come in and I'm going to make some changes up here to this top. So again, I'm going to come in and grab my X-Form tools. I'm going to select this top face. But again, I want to look at some of my my curvature on here. So I'm going to also bring up my curvature comb. Okay, and that's going to provide some data and feedback for me as I'm getting in here and modifying this. Okay, so I want a little bit of control. I'm going to get in here, select this line here, and drop this back down. You can see I've got some of my control combs there, so I can see how my shape's progressing. Okay, I'm going to bring that front down. Then I'm going to grab these two sides and bring them both down and finish off my shape there. So now you can see that I've added some more of my information in there. Okay, hide that. All right, this is starting to shape up here. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to actually go and unite this two bodies. Okay, so now it's one. I'm going to come in here and make another quick cut here. So I'm going to jump in here, define my plane. I'm just going to come in here. I want to make a cut in here. Just close that off, Finish sketch. I want to reverse that direction. Drag it completely through my part. This time I want to make sure that I'm subtracting it. You can see I'm subtracting it from that other body. And again, I'm getting in there, defining some more of my features. Maybe I didn't want that feature to cut quite that far. Yeah, I'm come in and do a move face. And I'm going to move this out a little bit. All right, that looks a little better. Looks like the shape and features I want to drive and control. So you can see I'm working back and forth here between synchronous and my I-form and X-form tools. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to throw in a couple quick blends here. Just to add some more control. I don't want anything that large. I want them to be a little smaller there. Okay. I'm going to come in and, you know what, actually I want to throw another little blend in there. Okay. I need this front area to move out a little more. So again, I'm going to go in, jump in, and grab my synchronous tools and just kind of define and bring that face out a little bit more. Again, we're not going to touch on diving in too far. I just want to show you the flexibility and the ease of the tools that are in here. You know, kind of the grab and shape and make your surfaces work for you. And really, you know, you don't have to be a surfacing guy to get in here and start shaping these features. You know, so you can see here my blend down here is moving and controlling with my face. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to add a couple more rounds, and I'm going to come in here and add another feature, another boss in here for a handhold. Come in here. I'm going to grab all my tangent edges. It's way too big. I want to make it a lot smaller. So maybe 1 millimeter. Maybe make it a 2 millimeter. All right, that's a nice, nice finished edge there. All right, so I'm going to come in and create another extrusion here. And I'm going to come in and use some of my tools that are available to me. I click and grab that. Finish my sketch. Okay, definitely don't want it sticking out that far. So I'm just going to come and grab. Yeah, that looks good. Oh. See there, I didn't go in and pay attention to where I was at, and I still had it set to subtract again. You know, using synchronous, using the tools that are inside of NX, I can quickly come in and make that change. I don't have to recreate it. I don't have to undo it. I'm just going to go in there and fix it. Okay. So now you can see that I have my extension there. I'm gonna jazz this up a little bit and make this a little more comfortable feature. So I'm going to go in and actually X-form this face to add a little more control points. So I'm going to come in and pull this top edge. I'll pull this top edge, and then I'm going to pull these bottom ones down here as well. You know, so you can see that I'm making a nice shape there. See that? come down here. Maybe I want to get in here and grab this. I want to just balloon this out a little more, give it a little bit more shape. Okay, so you can see I'm quickly getting in there. I'm quickly making these changes. You know, everything is real nice and easy. You don't have to worry about all your surfaces, making sure they're all blending and they're all sewn together. And again, you know, the beauty of this is I'm here working with a solid piece of geometry. So let me just, before we wrap up here, I'm going to just clean this up a little more. I add some nicer fillets and controls in here, you know, just to smooth up this this data a little bit here. You know, one other thing I'm going to do here before we take off is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to do a replace face. So I'm going to replace this face with this face. Oops, I don't want to select that one yet. Replace it with this face. You can kind of see that I'm going to get in here. I probably should have did this before I added these rounds in, just to have a little bit more control, a little bit better shape off of that that feature. And do here is I'm actually going to come back in here and just suppress those blends for a second. Again, yep, I'm just going to come in there, and I'll add those back in a minute here. I'm going to come in and show you the replace face so you can kind of see that. Replace this face with this face. Replace it with this face. To reverse that there. So now you can see that I can get in there and use that face geometry to control this top as well. And then we could go back in there and reapply our blends just to clean up that geometry. So I'm not going to add them all in here. I'm just going to add a little bit in there so you can kind of see that. So again, this is just a brief introduction to Freeform, kind of showing you how you can get in there and manipulate and control these faces. Real easy to use tools. Definitely suggest getting in there and taking a look at them. So let's jump back over to our PowerPoint and wrap it up, because we're getting to the point where we're almost out of time. So a quick review here. Siemens PL software has equipped the synchronous technology against its competitors. You have the ability to quickly modify fully parametric and imported CAD data. So this could have been a part that you got from a supplier, a vendor, a piece of geometry that was designed outside of NX. So you can get in there and use your synchronous technology tools, your iForm, your Xform tools to manipulate and change the geometry as needed. So wrapping up here, Solid Edge, or I should say CamLogic, offers training classes and on-site custom consulting. So we can come in your facility and kind of look at your processes and build an on-site training program for you. Or we have upcoming classes. These classes are actually out of date. We do have a NX Essentials class coming up June 4th, if you want to check that out. And again, To check on the current dates of these Tech Tuesdays and our class schedule, please visit www.camlogic.com for more details. You can also check us out on YouTube, which this webinar or this Tech Tuesday will probably be up within 24 hours, so you can review it, share it with your coworkers, check out some of the other Tech Tuesdays we've done in the past. We do get in there and do Tech Tuesdays for Solid Edge, NX, NXCam, Geomagic, and some of the other Cortona tools that we have to offer. So again, get in there and check that out. You can also check us out on LinkedIn, Facebook, and some of the other social networks. If you have any questions for me or anything else you'd like to see, here's my contact info, jasonw@camlogic.com. My phone number here, 248-969-9201, extension 6207. Please feel free to contact us at any time, and we can get you up to date and help work out any needs that you may have. So again, I'd like